People, we need to talk. Have you ever just seen out there on YouTube this beautiful Minecraft mod or maybe a map and you think, oh, this is the perfect mod or map or texture pack to use in a video? Well, a few weeks ago, and well, it's actually been a couple months, but a few weeks ago, I thought that exact same thing. In fact, it was for a pretty classic map. In fact, it is one of the most, if not the most, downloaded Minecraft map ever. I'll let you guess which one it was. And your time's up, it was the Dropper. So, anyways, I'm scrolling through Planet Minecraft, the iconic place to get mods without needing to actually download any website. All you have to do is find the mod that you find the mod, sorry, find the mod that you like, then just download it. That's literally all you have to do, and it makes it really simple and a really large amount of people go there. I'm not gonna lie, like a large amount of people. But anyways, I'm just scrolling through because unfortunately Curse Forge or Modrent doesn't have that map available. And I don't even think Modrent has maps available. But anyways, you know me, I find the original Dropper map and I'm going, yo, I'm gonna go viral off this YouTube short I'm gonna make on it. And honestly, who wouldn't want to go viral? I mean, if you're a YouTuber out there, you're probably wanting to go viral and make money. So that's what I'm thinking to myself. And I've lost like all hope because recently my shorts were not doing too well. I ain't gonna lie. But anyways, I go to download that mod, and boy was I in for a surprise. First things first, when I hit download, it took me to another page asking me if I would like to download. Then, before I hit the final download button, it said, you were about to leave Planet Minecraft. Feeling desperate and not feeling like there was any sort of hope left, I hit yes, leave Planet Minecraft. Boom! Sorry, I did not mean to scare you people in the back. Yeah, I know, I'm kind of scary. Anyways, before I know it, a message pops up on my screen saying that I have visited an illegal infected website. What the heck? How did I get to an illegal infected website instantly and it started asking me to perform an antivirus scan? Now, my heart starts beating. I'm thinking, oh my gosh, I am actually gonna have to buy a new computer. What am I gonna do? I am gonna lose my mind. I'm gonna lose my channel. I'm gonna lose everything. Yeah, it was not a good moment for me. Anyways, I go to that Planet Minecraft place and I'm just thinking, oh, I'm doomed. And after I perform that antivirus scan while I'm waiting for the results, I try to be optimistic. Being optimistic is good. I think to myself, you know what? Maybe it's just false. Maybe it's just trying to scare me. Maybe nothing bad really will. No, it found 5 viruses, and 3 of them said high risk. I am not kidding. I felt like I was going to throw up and then die on the floor when I saw that message. I truly think I almost blacked out there for a second. Now that I think of it, I didn't even believe it. I stared at that message for I can't think of almost a full 5 minutes thinking that it was a lie. Like, golly, I don't think you get how stressed and the anxiety that it caused me thinking that my computer had a virus. It also mentioned things like my bank account was at risk, so that's just great. But anyways, you know what? I thought nothing of it because I was being dumb. But anyways, I waited 24 hours. I was like, you know what? Let me see how this pays off. I have antivirus. I'll be fine. The next 24 hours, I don't see anything off. None of my files are stolen. I'm not in the back of a white van with somebody trying to give me candy. And yeah, everything checked out. And then I go back to making this really cool YouTube short that only 2,000 people watch. But anyways, that's not the point. I go back to making this YouTube short. And I'm thinking, you know what? Maybe I overreacted. Maybe everything is a-okay. Until I get a notification in my right hand corner of my screen. It said, Mac Firewall Hack Detection. I don't think you understand how scared I was at this point. Now, once again, being dumb, I thought nothing absolutely of it and just hit the X, not wanting to deal with it. But of course, after I close my computer to go enjoy some delicious chicken fingers that I had for lunch that day, I come back, open my computer, and once again, 5 minutes after playing, I get the same message saying that my bank account and everything else was at risk. At this point, I knew it was actually serious, and I was getting gosh darn terrified. Like, I don't think you understand how freaking terrified I was. My computer had a virus that could possibly steal my information, and oh yeah, did I mention that after I performed the scan again, it turned out there were 8 Trojans on my computer. At this point, I knew that I was going to need help, and I no longer could do this mission solely. So, being helpless and feeling dumb and stupid, I called Mac support. "Hello, what can I do for you, sir?" they said. And, well, I told them the whole thing about them. Sure enough, they logged into my computer, and I was being ready to pay any amount of money at this point. I was gosh darn terrified that my computer was about to explode and wipe me clean off the planet, or B, give up my location and send me in the back of a white van with somebody offering me free candy, taking me to gosh knows where. But anyways, they actually told me some news that was so relieving, I almost passed out. So, to you boys and girls out there who may know what malware is, malware basically destroys everything on a computer. Picture you getting a virus. You get sick and, well, basically you don't feel good. You know, like your throat hurts, your nose is stuffy. Well, picture malware as that for your computer. It destroys its files and everything inside of it, personal information, and people can see a lot of personal info. Well, turns out what I had was actually not malware, and in fact, something good. I hadn't actually been hacked in the first place whatsoever. See, I learned a new term that day, and gosh darn, I'm thankful for it because I needed to learn some new vocabulary. But anyways, the term that they used for this was called scareware. Now, I don't blame you if you don't know what this is because I myself hadn't even heard of the term before. Scareware is a tactic people will use to get you to download a real virus. And I think I forgot to mention this earlier, but after it said that there were viruses on my computer, it kept telling me to download a McAfee software. And after I did some research into it and looked at the real picture for what a McAfee warning looks like, it actually looked identical to what a fake McAfee warning looks like. That's right, I never got hacked. They were just spamming me to try to get me hacked. So this whole time, I was worried over nothing, but honestly, at the point where I find out my computer wasn't infected and I wasn't about to be locked up in the dungeon for the rest of my life, I was relieved, okay? And can you blame me? I was absolutely gosh darn terrified. Ow, that really hurt. I'm sorry. Okay. Anyways, I was terrified, but moral of the story, people, when you're on external websites that's not Planet Minecraft, please be careful. And for heaven's sake, if you are using Planet Minecraft and it asks you to leave, do not do it. Do not leave Planet Minecraft because only bad things will come. Now, yes, I have found a few good websites, but it's not worth the risk. If the mod is asking you to leave, please don't leave. It is not worth a whole week of stress and anxiety. But, well, yeah. But hopefully you guys enjoyed that story. Let me know in the comments if you would like to hear another story. Personally, this is actually really fun. Episode 3 of the podcast. Like, subscribe, do all the cool stuff. Get to 1,000 subs by June. But, yeah. Don't trust external website links. Just don't. Stick to Modrant, stick to CurseForge, and you'll be fine. They got it all, And you can find the drop or download map somewhere else. Just please, for heaven's sake, do not get a virus on your computer. Now, if you have antivirus, you should be mainly fine, but please just don't risk it. Anyways, you guys have a great day, and goodbye.